Okay, Sister Nora, are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm going to admit them. Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Wa alaikum assalam.
That's good. How's everyone doing? You guys, if you can turn on your cameras, I'd like to see your faces. Inshallah. There we go. So inshallah, we're going to start. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Hamza Reed, and I'd like to welcome everyone to MCC's virtual Friday Youth Night. This happens every Friday night at 8 a.m. Oh, I'm sorry, 8 p.m., not 8 a.m. 8 p.m. Tonight's topic is the qualities of leadership, presented by Sister Nora LeBlanc, after which we will test you guys to see if you've not only listened to the presentation, but understood its lessons by playing an exciting game of Kahoot. The grand prize winner will receive $25 Amazon gift card. Second place winner will receive a $10 Amazon gift card, and third place, a $5 Amazon gift card. After the winners are announced, please type your names and your email addresses in the chat boxes below to receive your prizes. And now let's pass it over to our presenter, Sister Nora.
Hey, you guys. Alaikum. How's everybody doing?
Doing
Good.
great. Good, alhamdulillah.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. So today we are going to be talking about leadership. But before we start, I want to show you guys 4 pictures. I want to see if you can tell me who these people are. So does anybody know who these people are?
That's
Bill Gates.
Thomas the Sharks. Remember
Okay.
this from Shark Tank?
Mm-hmm.
Not that Bill
Gates.
Gates.
Say it again.
I think
Bill
they're
Gates.
leaders.
Bill Gates. Good.
Come on. I think they're leaders.
They are leaders. Good.
Oprah Winfrey, I think that's how you say it.
Oprah Winfrey. Good. Anybody know who this guy is?
And Mark Zuckerberg, I think.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Actually, no. Oh, I was
Yeah.
right.
Mm-hmm. You got it. Good job. All right. And so, like somebody said, all of those people are leaders, right? They are CEOs, chief executive officers. They are the head of their company, of whatever they do. Okay. They are in charge. They are the top dog. And so, why am I talking about leadership with you guys today? So, some of you guys, various ages that I'm talking to right now. Some of you guys are in elementary school, some of you guys are in middle school, some of y'all are in high school, various ages. But the one thing that stays consistent is that people begin to categorize us as leaders and followers. Even in class, they're like, oh, you're a great leader. Do you want to be the line leader? Or, if you're doing a group project, they're like, thank you for stepping up and things like that, right? And so as you guys get older, the idea of leadership just becomes more intense, right? More and more people start talking about it. As you get into the working world, they talk about how do we build better leaders, and what are frontline leaders, and what are the qualities of a leader, and what can we do to help our employees be better leaders. And one thing that we realize is when you study these traits, when you study the things that everybody is talking about what describes a good leader, what describes those 4 people that I just showed, is that those are traits that we as Muslims already possess. Those are things that Islam already teaches us and that they stress for us. And so we're going to talk about some of them today and how we describe them as Muslims versus how people that are not Muslim describe them as well. And so the first trait is being secure in oneself. A leader is self-assured and confident. Uncertain people do not make it to the top. A director with no confidence makes those around him feel nervous and worried. But when you act with confidence, you inspire others to be confident as well. And so, does anybody know how that is tied to Islam or tied to being a Muslim? Any ideas? Go ahead. Just unmute yourself and talk.
I think because yeah, also in Islam, in order to be a leader, you have to be you have to have those things inside of you.
Okay, good.
Because Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught us to be confident and to be good leaders.
Okay, good. Anybody else? So being secure in oneself is also understanding that if we look at the Quran and the Sunnah as our guidance, then we're good. You know, we are good to go. We know who we are. We know what we stand for. We know what we believe in. And that allows us to exude that confidence with those around us. All right. The second one is being in control of one's attitude. And so a strong man is not one who can wrestle, but a strong man is one who controls his anger when he is in a fit of rage, right? Being strong isn't that you can tackle somebody, but being strong is that you can control yourself in these different situations. That is what being strong is. And if you are a leader, then that means that you are able to control, you know, how you feel, what you say, how you talk in these different situations so you don't make other people feel uncomfortable or you don't make other people feel sad or worried or anything like that. The next one is being tenacious. Does anybody know what tenacious means? Yes, ma'am. Go ahead. Unmute yourself.
Wait.
Yeah.
What was the question?
No question.
Oh, sorry.
Doesn't tenacious mean to like hold on to something really tight? Like try like not to like let loose of something?
Yeah, I was gonna say that, but I didn't.
Good. Any other definitions? What is tenacious?
How do you spell that?
Determined.
Tenacious.
Wait, doesn't mean to be determined.
It means tending to keep a firm hold of something, clinging, or adhering.
Did you look it up on Google?
Like holding your anger?
Withholding
strong, gripping.
All right, good. So all of those are good definitions. So tenacious is being holding tight to something, right? Holding on to something and holding firm to something. Does anybody know why that's a quality of a leader? Go ahead.
Because leaders have to hold on to because leaders always have to hold on to things.
Leaders have to hold on to things. Okay.
I think I know.
Go ahead.
It's because leaders have to hold on things.
Okay, good.
Can I have one example?
All right, go ahead.
So like they need to hold on like they have to hold on their anger because like if they're doing like a live news and like somebody's making them angry, they can't just shout and like say bad words, so they have to hang on it.
Okay, good. Yahya, you had your hand up.
He needs to be patient. So he needs to hold on to his hold on to himself.
Hold on to themselves. Okay, good. In the chat, we have hold on to their goals, not to give up. Leaders
are determined. That's
they're
why
determined. Good.
Yeah, to be a leader, you can't just like give up on what you want. You have to keep working for it.
Okay, good. That's perfect. So as top executives or as CEOs or leaders, they persevere and overcome their obstacles. Even if other people try to discourage you, you stand firm on that path that's mapped out to that you need to reach your goal. Even if you experience disappointments or frustrations or setbacks, you're able to move on, right? You're able to keep going. You don't give up. And so as Muslims, anybody know how that this is tied to Islam and like what we're taught as Muslims?
We need to hold on our religion, which is Islam.
Hold on to your religion. Good.
I know.
Go ahead.
Can you repeat the question?
So how is being like holding tight and being tenacious tied to Islam and like being a Muslim?
Because you have to be patient.
Patient, okay.
Islam, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that, and he said to follow Islam, and Islam said that, so that's why.
Okay, good. Ibrahim, did you have a something to say?
No.
Okay, Hadija, go ahead.
So us, we have to hold on, like some people make you mad by like oh, your Quran doesn't tell you anything. You have to like stop, like the strongest person in Islam has to hold his anger, so like don't like shout at people, or like if your mom and dad are telling something like something good for yourself, but like you feel annoying, don't shout at them or repeat back.
Okay, good. Right? We're not supposed to talk back to our parents. Good. Yahya?
I just accidentally left my hand up.
Oh, okay. All right, anybody else?
Like when you get mad at your siblings, you're not supposed to start screaming, and because you'll get a sin.
Okay, good. Nahel?
I just left my hand on.
All right. Anybody else? Just unmute yourself. All right,
Can you
good.
repeat the question?
We're talking about how being tenacious is tied to Islam or tied to being a Muslim.
Oh yeah, I already answered.
How being perseverant. And so another thing that we can look at is that Allah is not going to give us a burden greater than we have the strength to bear, right? And so if we are if a difficulty is thrown our way, we have to realize that we have the ability to overcome it and we have the ability to get through it. We might not know how, but we do. Otherwise, it wouldn't be thrown at us. And so it's important for us to keep going, not to give up. And then even, and that's the quality of a leader, right? You're going to keep going. You're going to keep pushing. You're not just going to throw in the towel and be like, oh, this is too hard, right? Leaders don't do that. Leaders keep going, right? And so that's the idea of us not given a burden greater than we have the strength to bear. Okay. All right. So the next one is being gutsy. Anybody know what being gutsy means?
Brave?
Yeah, it means being a brat.
No, not being a brat.
Gutsy would be kind of like arrogant.
Being brave?
No, not
like you
arrogant.
have the guts to do something, so
Like it would be
say you're
brave,
like
kind of
really
reckless?
brave. You have the
Reckless?
guts to do something.
Good. It's more of like being brave
Reckless?
and like standing your ground. It's speaking the truth, being whole, being fair, being authentic, being who you are, right? So what's an example of somebody being gutsy? Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Being gutsy, like so I forgot.
Showing courage and determination.
Courage and determination. Okay, good.
Oh, okay, now I know.
Okay, go ahead.
Stop lying and speak the truth. Actually, your parents don't if you lie, you actually get more like more like they'll get more mad at you, sir. Mad at you. So I think you should speak up and don't lie.
Okay, good.
I have one.
Go ahead.
I have one.
Yeah,
I have
and
one.
then
Standing up against a bully.
okay, good. Standing up against a bully. That's a good one.
I have one.
Go ahead.
So like when you
lie,
Mhm.
it's not good, because if you lie, sometimes you get in trouble, and wherever you when I took something from somewhere and it's not ours, it's not mine,
Mhm.
and I said, did you take my mom asked me, did I take anything out, and I'll say no, what it actually was, and then when they figure out, I will get in very trouble.
Okay.
So if you lie, you will get in very bad trouble, like be grounded for 1 whole year.
Can I
Like I
can I
was.
add something to my
Yeah,
what
go
I said?
ahead.
I have something to say.
I also think
So I wanted to add it. You'll actually get very like bad deeds,
Mhm.
and it says if you lie, if you don't lie, maybe like you get a lot of bad deeds.
Okay.
I have one.
Go
Can I
ahead.
say mine? So, at first, lying may feel like like you have to do it because you're scared. But if you lie, in the end, people will even be mad at you. But if you tell the truth, people are gonna be mad at you for some time. But then they'll realize that you told the truth, and people will start believing you.
Okay, good.
also like um Prophet Moses was also like gutsy, like all his enemies used to say that we'll give you a lot of money if you just stop spreading the religion of Islam, but he didn't budge.
Okay, good. Right? So being gutsy is standing your ground and speaking what's true, right? And sometimes it's hard to like say the truth. You know, sometimes we get put in these hard situations where we don't want to say certain things. But a leader isn't afraid. A leader is going to say what is right in that moment in order to achieve whatever they're trying to achieve, right? And then even, you know, towards being Muslim, right? Us praying in public, that could be something that's gutsy. Okay. Wear hijab in public, right? Us, you know, standing with what we believe in, dressing the way that we feel is right. All of those things, especially when, you know, it's not the norm, or especially when, you know, we're in a situation where we are not the majority, right? Um, so good. Being gutsy is another characteristic of being a leader. Awesome. The next one is the willingness to admit. Okay, willingness to admit, willingness to admit that you were wrong, and it's a willingness to admit your mistakes, or willingness to admit that others know more than you, and it's okay to learn from others. Right. So why do we think that could be a characteristic of a leader?
I know.
Go
I
ahead.
know.
And so like if you add so like if so let's say this other person was right, and then you figure out admitting that you were right would clear up the problem, and it won't become a big fight.
Okay. All right.
What is it?
What was the question?
I
So
know.
the question was, how is a willingness to admit, whether you're a willingness to admit that you're wrong, or willingness to admit that somebody knows more than you, why is that a characteristic of a leader?
I know.
Go ahead.
Wait, oh no, wait. Okay. Because like if you keep on saying that you're right, you won't learn, and like nobody will say that you're the leader anymore. So.
Okay. Anybody else?
When you're a leader, like the people expect that you listen to them, and
When you're a leader and you think you're always right, like your followers would you would lead them to something bad, since you always thought you were right and you would never listen to other people's advice and stuff.
Okay.
I have
Go ahead.
so like when you're a leader, you have to when you're a leader, you're gonna have to talk to people what's the right choice.
Mm.
In a book, like if you're living on a volcano, you're living on a jungle that has a volcano, and the leader says to go and sail to a new forest, so we can't die on the volcano.
Okay. All right.
So a leader has a responsible to keep people safe.
Okay, good. Ibrahim?
Can you repeat the question?
how is the willingness to admit that you're wrong, or the willingness to admit that others know more than you, how is that a characteristic of a leader?
That would show that you're not all about yourself, and you give ideas to other people and telling them, hey, you know more than me, or sorry, I was wrong, let's fix this together.
Okay,
People
good.
will really think you're good.
Okay, Ibrahim?
Like if you said you're right, like if you're in trouble, like you did not do that, like they say go somewhere else, you will die, and that means you're right.
Okay. All right. So being a leader doesn't mean you're always right, and it doesn't mean you're never going to be wrong. All right? What a leader does is that they provide reasons for why they do something, and then they make themselves accountable to whatever the results are, good or bad. They take responsibility for it. And they also understand that not everybody, they don't know everything. And there are some people that know more than they do, right? And then it's always good to learn from other people because you learn different things and you learn point of views, and you learn, just all types of things. So in the chat, somebody said, leadership is both a research area and a skill, encompassing the ability of an individual, a group, or an organization to lead, influence, or guide other individuals, teams, or organizations, right? All right, good job. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And so how is that tied to Islam? Anybody know?
I think I
Because
know.
the Prophet Muhammad was a leader.
He was. Yes, and the best of
I
leaders.
have one.
Go ahead.
So, so the question was how is admitting that you're wrong connected to Islam?
Mm-hmm.
So in Surah Abasa, it says that the Prophet was corrected whenever a blind man came to him, but in irritation he turned away. So Surah Abasa corrected him, but he didn't say anything like I'm the Prophet, I know I don't need to be corrected. He instead just turned around. So that's an example.
Okay, good job.
Can I say one?
Go ahead.
So I forgot the question.
How is being able to admit that you're wrong, or being able to admit that others know more, how is that related to Islam?
So you're trying to say that you want to say somebody's wrong? Like
Or
the question,
being able to say that you did something wrong, like you personally.
so that's connected to Islam by so if you once go fishing and then you you wanted to win, so everybody's fish you just snuck up and you just wanted to release all the fish they had, and they all ask, where is my fish? You say, no, I didn't. But sometimes you'll at the end you'll actually be a loser.
Okay. All right.
I have one.
Go ahead.
If you say someone's wrong, and when someone's right, that's kind of connected to Islam. Like you're saying the truth. That's gonna be a good deed.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Go ahead.
Being humble, it's kind of connected to Islam, because if you're accepting that they're right, then you're kind of
So it's about being humble.
So it could be being humble just in that, you are, yes, you might be good at X, Y, and Z, but it's being able to say, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna be super boastful about that, because even though I feel like I'm good at math, right? Maybe there's somebody else out there that could teach me something. Maybe there's somebody else out there who can help me even more. Maybe there's a part of math that I'm not very good at that somebody else can lend a hand with, right? And it's just humbling ourselves to our abilities so that we allow others to help us out, okay? And it's also like we are going to make mistakes, in life. And as Muslims, it's important that as we make mistakes and as we fall, we go and ask Allah for forgiveness, right? Because Allah is most merciful. And so asking for repentance is another way that it's tied to it, because we're gonna make mistakes. And so as Muslims, we are taught that when we make mistakes, we always ask for forgiveness so that Allah, inshallah, forgives us in the long run, right? And then we have one more, okay? I mean, there's other qualities, but one more for tonight. And then last one is a good communicator. Anybody know why a good communicator would be important as a leader?
Can I?
Me.
Go ahead.
Can I say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so so you're saying that an example of a good like talker,
a good communicator.
Communicating with each other is very important in Islam. By spreading the religion, you have to have good reasons and good relations and like good speech, so you can convince somebody and they will actually appreciate it.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, what was it about again?
Hold on, let
okay.
Maddie talk.
You listen to others talk and you give others people turns to talk, and you always talk like good ways, don't talk like bad.
Okay, good.
So what is it about again?
Being a good communicator. How is that related to being a leader?
Okay, so if you do lots of things good, but you don't communicate it, people may not see why you're so good. Communicating is important. And also, when you're communicating, make sure your communication isn't a lie and that everything is true, and try communicating the best way you can.
I have
Okay, good.
Communicator is good because you're being able to communicate and having life skills.
Okay, good.
Wait, what are you talking about again?
Being a good communicator. Why is that important for leadership?
Being a good being a good communicator is like when you're in trouble. So you can not get in so you can't think. You can commute so people can come and save you.
Come get me.
Okay. So communication. We communicate. We want to communicate clearly and directly with other people. We want to write and speak in a simple and easy way. We want to try and tell good stories because stories help us communicate. You can use examples and pictures as a way to be clear, memorable, and helpful to people. And talk about.
Thank you.
I know another one.
Go ahead.
So like Prophet Musa alayhi salam, when he was convinced that Islam was like the right religion, he asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because when he was little he ate coal because there was like this test or something, and then he ate coal and then he used to stutter a lot, and then when he went to Pharaoh, he recited the dua Rabbi zidni ilma, and then he could whatever he was
I can barely hear her.
What was that last part?
And then when he went to Pharaoh, he said Rabbi zidni ilma, the dua, and then Pharaoh could hear. He could say things better.
Okay.
That.
All right. So also within Islam, right, being a good communicator also means that we are not only learning but sharing what we know about Islam, right? If we hear a good story, or if we learn something new, or if we're trying just to help our friends out, it's being able to say things in the right way so that they're not offended by it. If we see that our friend is doing something wrong, or we feel like, okay, as a Muslim, maybe you shouldn't be doing that, it's being able to say it in the right way so that we don't hurt the people that we care about, right? And it's also speaking to people in their language, not just, Arabic or Spanish or whatever, but it's speaking to them in a way that they understand, right?
I know.
If I'm talking to if I'm talking to kids, I'm not going to use these really, really big words, right? So it's talking to people in a way that they understand. All right, so we went over 6 traits of leaders. Can anybody tell me one of them?
Being honest.
Honest? Okay, I mean, that's good.
Communication.
Being a
Good
leader.
communicator.
Being a
Being
good
a leader.
Being gutsy.
Gutsy.
Being strong, and that's
Being a leader.
Being tenacious.
Being a
Tenacious.
leader.
Good.
never
being
give
a
up.
Being
I
gusty.
don't think you are the only one who's right.
Admitting that you're wrong.
Okay, good.
Sometimes.
Being a leader.
Okay,
Being gutsy. Being
Okay, good.
Being
All right, good. So we got being secure in oneself, meaning being confident in what you are and who you are. We have controlling one's attitude, not getting super mad, and being able to say, like, being able to calm oneself down before you approach and before you react.
Okay.
Being tenacious, which is being holding tight, not giving up, right? Being secure in who we are. Being gutsy. Sometimes that's doing things that is against what's normal, and that's okay, right? Stepping out of our comfort zone. Being able to admit that we either are not the best, or being able to admit when we are wrong, right? When we have fallen short. And then the last one is being a good communicator. Okay. So I hope today you kind of realized how those traits of what is a good leader ties to things that we are already taught through Islam and being Muslim. So I hope you guys learned something today. And now it's time for the Kahoot game.
Jazakallah khair, sister.
Yay!
That was a very impactful presentation. I appreciate that. So let's start with Kahoot. Sister Lubna, are you ready?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you and I can see you. Alhamdulillah.
Okay, perfect. So now I'm gonna share my screen. Okay. Okay.
Hello.
Hello. So do you see my screen?
We do not, Sister Lubna.
Nope. Okay.
Press share content.
I
press
did
share?
that.
I'm gonna come.
I did share my content and then
You
my
just have to-
screen.
You just have to share your screen.
So there's like a green button and it shows like this arrow. You just press on it and it pops screens and you have to choose one of them so you can share screen.
Yeah, it says all the way on the bottom next to the chat.
I
Next to
already did that.
It says
Okay.
share screen.
He knows.
Oh,
أنا عملت أهو.
Hey, Sister Lubna, when you share the screen, how does it change for you?
No.
It doesn't.
Yeah, bro. Here. Screen broadcast.
What does it say when you press share screen?
It says it gives me another screen broadcast, and it gives me options.
Start recording. It's on.
Yes, you have to do the desktop.
Oh, okay. So I don't have that option right now.
You don't have desktop as an option?
Okay, Sister Robin, I can share my screen and you can run it from, I will run it and you will be just
Okay, we can do that. Yes,
yeah.
yes, yes.
So just see my screen and go through it with the kids here, okay? Bismillah.
Okay.
Okay, give me a second here.
What's the game pin?
Okay, Bismillah.
Okay.
Okay, ready? Everyone excited and ready? Yalla, Bismillah.
Okay.
See my screen? Sister Lobna, you see it?
Oh, yeah, I can see it.
Okay, so I'm gonna start to play.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start with the first question. Okay, everybody enter the game pin. And please, if you have like a noise in the background, just mute yourself.
I think that may be Brother Tamer.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
I muted myself. I'm gonna mute myself. Sorry.
It's okay. If it's you, you're
No,
fine.
mute yourself, Brother Tamer. No.
This is Zaid, not me, but
Zaido's noise is welcome anytime. Just okay, we have mashallah too many of you today.
And sister, when you're ready to start, you can count down so that all the kids know they need to put in the game code. So you can say, 10, 9, 8, whenever you're ready.
Okay, they're still like logging in, so we'll just give them a few seconds. Okay. So we'll have 25 questions. 9, oh, okay, there are 24 actually. 9 about today's talk, and the rest is about a topic that you had an expert from London who came and talked to you about nutrition. So we're gonna have like 15 questions of these.
I think that's it, Sister Lopna.
Okay, so let's get started. Brother Tamer, could you please start the game?
He is.
Okay. Question number, should I read them or?
Yes, sister.
If you are secure in oneself, what does that mean? Putting on a seatbelt, being strong, knowing who you are and what you stand for, or willing to go against the grain. And okay, we have 22 who figured out the correct answer. Omar Bitar in the lead. Next is Fairuz. Okay, second question. Controlling one's anger is not a trait of a CEO. True or false? Okay, and the correct answer is false. Okay, now we have Lina the Kiwi in the lead. Then Suhaila. Okay, let's see. The next question is, how much does Damon John make monthly?
I forgot to go over this one. So maybe skip.
Okay, just make a guess. Just make a guess. Put anything. Can you give us a hint? Okay.
So Damon
we have
John is the one that was on Shark Tank. And so he makes about $4 billion a month.
Okay, so next question. What does tenacious mean? We had that in the talk today. Okay. to persist and hold firm, counting to 10, knowing how you are and what you stand for, or hardworking. What does tenacious mean? And the correct answer is two of them. So, okay, and the Burgis is in the lead. Mariam is next, and Khalid al-Bitar third. Okay, true or false? Being able to say I messed up and apologizing and then learning from the mistake is a quality of a leader. True or false? That's a very easy question. Okay. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. True, of course. Great. Okay. Mariam in the lead, the Burgis second, Khalid al-Bitar third, Qasim and Yahya. Praying in public is an example of what trait? Securing oneself, what? Securing oneself, tenacious, gutsy, or good communicator. Praying in public is an example of what trait? 3, 2, 1. Gutsy. Correct. We have 18 with the right answer. Good job, everyone. Borgi's back in the lead. And Mariam second. Okay. Next, what's an example of being gutsy? Wasn't that the... Okay. Following the majority, standing one's ground regardless of what people say, praying at the masjid, or fitting in with the crowd. What is an example of being gutsy? 23 people with the right answer, standing your grounds. The Borgies in the lead. Okay, next question. What does it mean to be a good communicator? Using proper English, saying the right things, speaking to people in their language, or gossiping. And gossiping will never be the right answer. Okay. And speaking to people in their language. 17 people got it right. And Suhaila is in the lead. Yay! Girl power. Okay, come on, girls. True or false? Does speaking to people in their language only mean speaking English or Spanish or Arabic? True or false? Does speaking to people in their language only mean speaking English or Spanish or Arabic? Okay. 29 people with the right answer, and of course, false. Manahil, Rafi'i, Manahil, and then Suhaila. Okay, go girls and boys. Which of these is a good source of calcium? Now, the nutrition questions. Which of these is a good source of calcium? Bread, yogurt, apples, or soda? I don't want to see a single incorrect answer. Which of these is a good source of calcium? And of course, it is yogurt. Eat yogurt, guys. Okay, Borgie is back in the lead, and then Mariam. Next, which of these has lots of fiber? White rice, pasta, apples, or candy? I'll give you a hint. It's a fruit. Which of these has lots of fiber? Fiber, as you may have learned, it's really good for your GI system. Apples with 22 correct answers. Okay, and Mariam is back, then Suhaila, then Borji. Okay, what should you drink the most during the day? Milk, soda, water, or fruit juice? I don't want to see soda. Okay, Don't want to see any soda in here. What should you drink the most during the day? Milk, water. Yes, perfect. 28 correct answers. And Mariam is in the lead. Next question. Okay, which of these will provide you with long-lasting energy in the morning? Okay, so if you have these options for breakfast, which one would be the best for you? A bag of chips, oatmeal, Nutella sandwich, and it's no, of course, or coffee. Perfect. 27 with the correct answer. Oatmeal. Now Mariam is in the lead. And which type of food should take up the most space on your plate? Okay, so you have a plate. It's like divided into 4 quarts. Which should like take the most? Fruits and veggies, meat, whole grain, or rice? 2, 1. Perfect. 26 correct answers. Fruits and veggies. It has to take the most of your plate. Okay. Next, if you were served a broccoli and you hate it, what would you do? This is for joke. Hide it under the table, you give it to your dog, sneak it in your brother's plate, or all of the above. What would you do? You hate it. All of the above. Okay. That was supposed to be in the last question. But anyways, Mariam's back in the lead. And the next question. 1 teaspoon of sugar equals 1 gram, 2 grams, 3 grams, or 4 grams. And try to remember this because it's easier to visualize in teaspoons more than in grams. And when you start like getting interested in reading the nutritional facts, this will help. 4 grams, only 9 people, and you really have to remember this. 1 teaspoon has 4 grams of sugar, okay? Mariam is in the lead. Then Suhaila. Next question. According to the WHO, no more than how much of added sugar is allowed per day? Okay. 1 teaspoon, 6 teaspoons, 12, or 24. You can go more than how many teaspoons? 6 spoons. Perfect. And we have 13 correct answers. Suhaila is back in the lead. And now, what's the maximum allowed added sugar in grams per day? 4 grams. We just said that, okay? 4 grams, 24 grams, 50, or 100. We said the maximum is 6 teaspoons, and a teaspoon has 4. Okay, perfect. 24 grams. Try to remember these numbers, guys, okay? It's hard, but try to remember these, okay? You can't have more than 24 grams per day of sugar. More than that, this is too much, okay? How much sugar is in a grande frappuccino? Guess. Make a smart guess. It's a lot of sugar, actually. Okay, we have 65 grams of sugar in a grande frappuccino. This makes like the sugar for 2 days. So if you had 1 grande frappuccino, you can't take any added sugar for like a couple of days. So choose wisely. How much sugar in a can of Coke? That's a lot, I know, but because we all need to control sugar in our lives, right? How much sugar in a can of in a can of Coke? Actually, not cake. In a can of Coke. 39 grams. More than what you can have in a day. Okay? So choose wisely. True or false? Empty calories is food or drink with 0 calories. Think. Empty calories is food or drink with 0 calories. Is this true or false? What is empty calories? False. Perfect. Because empty calories, it means it's empty of nutrition. It's empty of value. So it's really bad for your health. It's nothing. It's just sugar and fat and nothing. No vitamins, no minerals, nothing. Okay. Next question. You can get protein only from animal sources. Is that correct or false? You can get protein only from animal sources. If anyone is considering being a vegetarian. False, of course, because there's too many plant-based food that is really rich in protein, okay? So you can still get enough protein, but you have to be aware of what you're eating. Okay, true or false? Empty calories are food or drink that are high in calories but low to empty in nutritional value. We just said that, right? Empty calories, they're empty calories. They're calories, but they're empty of good, empty of nutrients. True, perfect. 21 correct answers. So remember that definition, empty calories. That's a lot of what we choose to eat actually. Okay, question number 24. An example of empty calories: soda, candy, cookies, all of the above. That's an easy one. An example of empty calories is, of course, all of the above, right? Okay, now the last question. Sohaila is in the lead, Mariam next, and then Amira. Okay, last question. A good source of plant-based protein is beans, chickpeas, quinoa, or all of the above. Good source of plant-based protein. Beans, chickpeas, quinoa, or all of the above. All of the above. Perfect. And let's see. The winner is in third place, Amira. Second place, Mariam. And first place is Suhaila! Woo! Yes. Good job, Suhaila. Good job, everyone. These were actually hard questions. But I know you had a talk a few weeks ago about nutrition and healthy food choices. So I thought this will be a nice topic to review. So I'm done here. Brother Tamer, Hamza.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Jazakallah khair, Sister Lubna, for the cahoots. And it's so glad, I'm so glad to see sisters taking it straight. First, second, and third place.
Yes, see? Girl
Makes
power.
me smile. I love it. So the sisters who have won, can you please type your name, your place, and your email addresses so that I can send you your prizes straight away. In the meantime, for everyone else, Jazakallah khair for tuning in. I hope to see every one of you guys here next week, Friday, where we will do another round of cahoots. So Jazakallah khair for everyone for tuning in. Assalamu alaikum.